Hey, lovely. I'm just wondering, have you ever thought if I just had more money, I could do so much more? Have you ever thought that you could help more children, that you could make a better home, that you could say yes to things more easily, that you could support more families, and that you could take some pressures off yourself and also others around you? And as foster carers, that thought can feel really pure. Because most foster carers aren't thinking about money from a place of greed, but they're thinking about it from a place of impact. You're thinking about children. You're thinking about creating stability. You're thinking about how much more you could do if only there was more available to you. But today, I want to challenge that way of thinking because more money doesn't automatically create more impact. More money doesn't automatically create more wisdom. And more money doesn't automatically make fostering more sustainable. Sometimes more money just simply reveals what is already there. And by the end of this episode, I want you to begin to start asking a different question. Not the question of why don't I have more, but instead challenge that to what am I doing with what's already in my hands. And I want to say this clearly before we dive into this video any further. Wanting more provisions is not wrong. Wanting more stability is not wrong. Wanting better resources for the children in your care is not wrong. Having a desire for more financial impact is also not wrong. There are real financial pressures when it comes to fostering. There are gaps between placements. There are unexpected costs. There are moments when the allowance, it just simply doesn't stretch the way that other people think that it does. And there are many foster carers who are carrying financial pressures very quietly, while still trying to create a safe, warm, and stable home. So this episode is not here to shame anyone. I'm not here to say that you shouldn't want more. Instead, I'm here to ask, are you ready to steward more? In Matthew 25, Jesus tells us the parable of talents, that a master gives resources to his servants. To one, he gives 5 talents. To another, he gives 2 talents. And to the last, he just gives 1. And the scripture says that he gave to each one according to their ability, not according to their needs, not according to their desires, not according to how good their intentions were and who they think that they might be able to help, but according to their ability. And that can feel really uncomfortable to sit with, because many of us have been taught to think, if you need it enough, surely that qualifies me to have it. But in this parable, the question isn't who needs it more. The question becomes who can be trusted to steward what they've been given. And this is where it becomes really important for us as carers. Because sometimes we're asking for more. We're asking for more money, we ask for more opportunity, for more impact, for more reach, more capacity. But God may be asking us, what are you doing with what I've already placed in your hands? Because here's the truth. If there is no clarity, more money can just create confusion. If there are no boundaries, more money can simply create more expectation. If there is no stewardship already, more money can just disappear as quickly as it comes in. If there is no structure to how you manage your finances today, more money is only going to add more pressure to you. And we see this so much through fostering, that we don't know where our allowances are going. More money won't automatically create that peace. If we don't have boundaries around what we're able to provide, more money is just going to lead to more pressures for us to have to say yes to people. And if we haven't learned to separate what is care from what is enabling, well, more money is just going to actually make those decisions harder for us. So I want to say this gently because I know that this is such a tender subject, that as carers, yes, we want to provide. We want children to have good things. We want them to experience joy. We want them to know what it feels like to be thought of. And sometimes we don't want to say no because we hold on to their past so deeply. So, stewardship, this asks, is this wise? Is this sustainable? Is this actually helping? Am I actually teaching? Is this building something long term for their future, for who they're going to grow up to be? Luke 16:10 says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." And yes, that scripture is often spoken about when it comes to money, but it's so much deeper than that. It truly speaks about stewardship and how we handle the small things in our lives, how we handle the hidden things, how we handle what nobody else sees. It's how we handle our finances in private, because that is our true financial character. How we handle the small budget, the weekly food shop, the clothing allowances, the saving pot, the bills, and the faithful tithe. The decision to pause before spending, the self-control instead of just impulse buying every purchase. And sometimes it's the courage to say no. These things may look small, but they are not insignificant, because faithfulness is often built in the ordinary, not in the moment when everybody is watching you, but in the quiet decisions that you make. That's what shapes the home. It shapes you, but also it impacts on those around you. And this is the part that can be hard to hear. Need is not always the same as readiness, and good intentions, they're not always the same as capacity. You can genuinely want to help more people and still not yet have the structure to be able to carry more. You can have the heart for children and still need to grow in your boundaries. You can want to be a generous, giving person, but you still need to learn discernment. You can want more provisions and still need to strengthen how you manage what's already there. And this is not condemnation, but this is growth. This is discipline. This is stewardship. Because God is not just interested in just giving you more, but He is interested in forming you into who He made you to be. So that what He gives you, it doesn't crush you and it doesn't harm the people connected to you. And this matters so much in fostering, because we're not just managing money. We are managing the atmosphere of our homes, we are managing decisions, and we are managing routines. We have to manage the pressures of everything being thrown at us, and we also have to manage so much emotional weight. We're managing children's needs whilst also trying to hold our own lives together. So when we do then ask for more, whether that's more placements, more capacity, or more money, or even more influence, we also have to understand that more often comes with more responsibility. More isn't always lighter. Sometimes more is actually heavier than where we're at right now. And before we ask for more, it is wise to ask, can I even carry more? And can I carry it well? Proverbs 22:29 says, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings." Not just someone who wants it. It's not just somebody who needs it. Not just someone who has good intentions, but somebody skilled, somebody qualified. And this is such an important part of financial stewardship, because we can build that skill. Our capacity can grow and wisdom can be developed. Stewardship, it can be learned. And this is not about looking at where you are and feeling stuck, but this is about realizing, actually, I can grow from here. I can learn from where I am. I can become more faithful here. I can build something more sustainable right here. So maybe the question today is, God, why haven't you given me more? Maybe the real questions that we should be asking daily are, Lord, show me how to steward what I already have. Show me where I need more wisdom. Show me where I need stronger boundaries. Show me where I am spending from pressures. Show me where I'm saying yes out of guilt. Show me where I need to build skill. Show me where I need to become more faithful. Because when we can begin there, we can stop chasing more as a solution. And we can start building our capacity to actually carry what God has already placed in our hands. So I invite you to like this video and then just drop into the comment section and answer this question real quick for me. What is one small area that you can steward more faithfully this week? I'm not asking you to cover everything, but just one small thing. Maybe it's tracking your spending. Maybe it's setting aside some savings before you spend everything that comes in. Maybe it's reviewing what you're already providing. Maybe it's saying no, or actually, I just need to think about this. And maybe it's finally admitting that this actually isn't sustainable anymore. And love, that really isn't failure. That is wisdom at the beginning. So if you've been thinking, if I had more money, I could do so much more, I want to just gently invite you to shift that question. Stop asking, why don't I have more? And begin asking today, what am I doing with what I already have? Because more money will not automatically fix the fostering burnout, but stewardship, wisdom, boundaries, faithfulness, and understanding our own capacity, these are the things that help us to build homes that are sustainable. Not just for the children, but sustainable for us too. And that is exactly what Fostering Kingdoms is here for. To walk alongside foster carers, helping you put faith at the heart of fostering. So this journey becomes something that you can sustain, not just survive. And if this episode has resonated with something that you may be carrying, I'd love for you to just take one small step this week. Choose that one area to steward more faithfully and share this below in the comments. Or you can even come and join us over in the community, because this is exactly the kind of conversation that we dive deeper into. And the link to join us is just below in the description, or you can visit us at fosteringkingdoms.com. Because this is the space for faith, finances, fostering, and real hard conversations for real carers trying to build their journeys with wisdom. So don't forget to like today's video, subscribe to our channel, and if you're not ready to go yet, don't worry, we can hang out some more. Just click this next video that's popping up, and I'll see you there.